I often find myself asking who I am. Maybe that just happens when you turn 20. Why am I like this? Why do I think the way I do? Why do I value certain things and not others? Whenever I think about these questions long enough, I always come back to the same realization. I'm shaped by other people. Especially this year in Slovenia, the people I met here shaped me significantly. Every conversation, every friendship, every encounter leaves something behind. Sometimes I feel like I'm a mosaic of every person I've ever met. People shape us constantly, just as we shape them. At the same time, I realized that there's no single version of me. Every person I meet knows a different version. To someone, I'm funny. To someone, I'm strange. Understanding, annoying, kind, distant. I'm a daughter, a friend, a volunteer, a co-worker, a stranger. And yet, none of these versions fully capture who I am. While searching for my own identity, I became interested in the identities of others. I realized that my search for meaning and belonging is not only about me, it is something many of us share. I often come back to the feeling of something, the realization that every person around us is living a life just as deep and complicated as our own. Every stranger carries their own fears, memories, insecurities, relationships, dreams, and struggles. Entire worlds exist around us constantly. Worlds we will never fully know or understand. Just as I'm more than the version that exists in someone else's mind, everyone is. That realization fascinated me. What does it feel like to be someone else? How do other people see themselves? What shaped them into who they are? What do they struggle with? What gives them purpose? And what do they believe connects us as human beings? These are the questions that led me to this project. Most of the people I interviewed are around my age.
I'm Albert Miroslav Yuldashev.
Okay, so my name is Mira.
I'm Esther.
My name is Philip.
My name is Alessandro Stevens.
We are all at a stage in life where we are trying to understand ourselves and our place in this world.
Do I truly know myself? Absolutely not.
We're shaped by many of the same questions, even if our answers are completely different.
We live our lives for the first time, and it's pointless to be quiet, boring. You to take the most from every experience, from every opportunity.
Through these interviews and portraits, I wanted to explore what people ultimately share despite living completely different lives.
What humans fundamentally have in common? I think this is a really hard question. Every person is trying to be the good person in their story.
I think all of us crave connections. I think that most people are not trying to harm each other.
Because even though we all carry different stories, beliefs, and experiences, I believe there is something deeply human that connects us.
You don't even need language to feel connected. You can also understand each other through just being at the same place at the same time, or looking into each other's eyes, because you know the other person is so much like you.
Maybe it's our search for meaning, maybe it's our desire for connection, or maybe it's simply the fact that we're all trying to make sense of ourselves while navigating the complexity of life. This exhibition is a small glimpse into a few of those lives and stories. Not to explain what it means to be human, but to remind us that behind every face, there's a person trying to make sense of their own existence, just like we are. And in times of fear, hatred, and misunderstanding, maybe that's something worth remembering. Maybe we should question our assumptions about one another. Maybe we should approach each other with more curiosity, more empathy, and more understanding. Because in the end, maybe it's not only about who I am. Maybe it's also about who we are. Maybe it's about our very individual yet shared experience of being human.